Hey Marvel fans, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Name and this is The Nerdy Lair. And what if I told you Black Panther Wakanda Forever might be exactly what the MCU needs right now, and it's going to be the perfect film to end off Marvel Phase 4. And I know what you're thinking, but what about She-Hulk, Love and Thunder, Miss Marvel, the lack of seriousness, the lack of stakes, the lack of even fun and powerful Marvel characters, and just the overall lacklusterness of Phase 4 in general? And my answer to that would be, I think Black Panther Wakanda Forever will be solving a lot of, if not all of these issues that people have had with Phase 4. And in my opinion, will be the start of a shift in tone for a lot of the upcoming MCU projects and really like the next 3 or 4 phases of the MCU. So to start off, we gotta talk about the recent Wakanda Forever trailer and really just how dope it was, because to me it looks amazing. I mean, it looks like everything I've been wanting from an MCU project and more. Like, it checks all the boxes. And to me, it just feels like it has a very serious and somber tone, but at the same time, it feels very epic, like it's an event level film, and it also feels like it will have a very serious impact on the future of the MCU. And to me, I give this trailer a 10 out of 10. I think it was amazing. I think it showed us a lot for the movie, gave us this general vibe, but didn't like spoil everything. Like, they didn't show Doctor Doom at the end or anything like that. But I still think it showed us a lot. I think it showed us the vulnerability of Wakanda after losing T'Challa, their king and protector, and not having the heart-shaped herb anymore after it being burnt to the ground by Killmonger. And I mean, they also did have 2 wars and a civil war in the past 6-7 years. So there's a lot to be recovering from. And I think this attack by Atlantis is going to come at the worst possible time. And I think when they first meet, Atlantis is probably going to wreck them. And I think the trailer did a great job of giving us that vibe, but also giving us the vibe for Namor and setting the tone for what he's going to be and what he's going to be bringing to this movie. And for me, Namor is probably the part I'm most excited for in this movie, and that's because of 2 reasons. One, he's a massive, massive jerk, a massive a-hole. I mean, he may be the biggest jerk in Marvel Comics, and I think that's exactly the type of character the MCU needs right now. And I think we'll be seeing more characters like this, like your Deadpools, your Wolverines, and even your Punishers. But for right now, Namor coming in with his a-hole jerk itself is amazing. But also, you tie in the fact that he is very, very powerful. I mean, very powerful. Like, if he's the type of character that if you mess with him, if you cross him, he could sink your country in an instant. I mean, he's not to be trifled with. No jokes. He plays no games. And he's just a real legitimate threat. And on top of that, when you think about the crazy things we could see in this movie, the possibilities are endless. I mean, we know we're going to get Riri Williams introduced in the MCU in this movie, which is crazy. And we know we're going to get a war between Wakanda and Atlantis, which is amazing and gets my nerdy senses tingling to the max. I mean, I love to hear it being a comic book sweaty, and that's just prime comic book sweaty stuff right there. And then you have other possibilities like the Queen possibly dying in this movie. There's a possibility of multiple Black Panthers that I think at this point is basically confirmed. I think we're going to see multiple Black Panthers like Shuri, Okoye, maybe even M'Baku. Maybe not have like the power of Black Panther, but they will have the suit and basically serve as de facto Black Panthers, which is cool and amazing. But then you have the granddaddy of it all. Doctor Doom is supposed to be introduced in this movie. The man, the myth, the legend, the GOAT himself, the Doom. So you put all that together, all this to me mixes for a recipe of perfection. I think this movie has all of the resources and all the things you need to be one of the best Marvel projects, not only in Phase 4, but in all of the MCU. But what makes all of this so important, specifically for Black Panther Wakanda Forever? Because even if it's a great movie, even if it's an amazing film, like I think it will be, we've had other amazing films in Phase 4. We've had other amazing projects in Phase 4. I mean, hello, No Way Home, Loki, to a lesser extent, I think Multiverse of Madness. So we know Marvel can still make great content. That's not the problem. What sets Black Panther Wakanda Forever apart from those things? Well, to me, and in my opinion, I don't think Wakanda Forever is just a good film or it's just going to be an amazing film. I think it's going to be the start of a shift that we will see in the MCU taking place in Phase 5 and especially in Phase 6. And I think the closer we get to things like Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, the content in the MCU will get better and better. And I think it will get to a point that most MCU fans, all their problems will just be washed away. And I think we'll all just be very hyped and excited and ready for not only the next 2 Avengers films in Phase 6, but the future of the MCU overall. And to me, the evidence is clear, because when you look at the upcoming slate for the MCU over these next 2 phases, it's just amazing content after amazing content. And not just that, it looks like it's going to be a more serious tone. There's going to be more stakes. There's going to be more cohesion. I mean, like, let me just list off a couple. You have Ant-Man Quantumania, you have Secret Invasion and Armor Wars. Both of those projects are going to be directly linked. You're going to have Echo and Daredevil Born Again, another 2 projects that are going to be directly linked. You have Loki Season 2. I mean, we already know about Loki Season 1, and Season 2 is probably going to be 10 times more crazier. And then you have Deadpool 3. I just made a video about that. That's going to go insane. Hugh Jackman Wolverine, Fox X-Men, Multiverse, Incursions, crazy possibilities. So to sum it all up, not only do I think Wakanda Forever is going to be an amazing film, but I think it's only going to be the tip of the iceberg for the MCU for the next coming phases. And I think the GOAT Kevin Feige has some crazy things in store for us Marvel nerds. And I think the future of Marvel actually looks really bright. And I'm very excited. And I think Phase 4 was kind of sort of just a necessary evil to get us through this time, to get us back to the originally scheduled program, which is great Marvel content. If you agree or disagree, leave your opinions down below. Peace out.